Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this live podcast recording. I'm Jan. My brother Miles and I were the hosts of Real Ballers Read podcast, which inspires a love of literacy and lifelong learning. And we're so excited to hand the floor over to these four guys right here of the Plastic Patrol for their book, Stool. So another round of applause for them real quick. So as you can see, this mic is not actually hooked up to a speaker. It's just to catch our voices while we're talking. So we're going to be passing it around the guys as we get to the questions. But the first one is just how are y'all feeling since having the book out?
Man, good for y'all. But today, I guess I just got to say, I feel good after having a book out for so long. It's something different, exposed us to a completely different what ifs and what being able to. So just being able to say that I'm an author of a book is a completely different feeling. It's fulfilling for sure.
Like really like having a book out, like it's a monumental moment just because it's feeling like you're a part of history kind of. So it's like everybody who's seen us as far as start the project and who's been here working with us and even supporting us like this, y'all are part of the history of the project. So like it's huge, it's monumental.
Okay. Just to see it full cycle from us building it from the ground on to actually building it to a whole building or whatnot. You feel me? Just actually putting it into effect and us seeing it actually become a whole thing from it actually just being an idea in the beginning. So it's like it's accomplishment. Like when you set out to do something, you actually do it. So you feel me? It's real fulfilling on that behalf.
I done handled everything.
Yeah, I basically just said everything though. I say we basically create a whole new path that we can low key lead ourselves and people can go down our own path. In order to make a change, you got to start somewhere though. So I say it's it's real good to have a book. I ain't gonna lie. So
Stop the element. Okay.
I was finna talk about making that change and being that change because nobody will know that we can be authors coming from our neighborhood because we ain't got nobody coming from our neighborhood that's an author, if you get what I'm saying. We wouldn't know we can do something if we don't know it's out there. So us being authors at a young age and doing this at the time we doing it is actually a great thing. And the way I feel about it, I just feel accomplished. I got another step. I could just bring out this, like when somebody asks you who is you, feel me? Like that's something good. That feel good. I could tell them look me up on Google.
No, so y'all don't even know, but y'all have the honor of having the best titled book that I've read all year. So leg stool, learn to sit on your problems. I think that's a great, powerful title. And both of you is like, man, what does that mean? Right. So I'm curious, like, when was the first time y'all even heard that phrase, learn to sit on your problems, and what does it mean for you all now?
I think the phrase learn to sit on your problems stem from I think the phrase learn to sit on your problems stem from us having conversations about our daily lives and what we all was going through. We was trying to connect with each other. And when we was all trying to break the problem down, sit on your problem, figure it out, break it down, what happened. And then Quano, he's not here today, but he was also a big part in the name and everything because he a little creative thinker. So he came up with Lake Stool and learn to sit on your problem with just what came behind it. And we live by that now because you need to. We'll break that down later.
Definitely big hats off to what he was saying because it definitely speak a lot of nature. But I think just for me itself, just learning within about the phrase sitting on your problems, it first came to me when I was listening to a podcast of Kobe Bryant before he passed away. And just he was just talking about him having these mental things, going through these mental games when he actually in the game is giving him these doubts and these self-doubts. And he was just realizing that these doubts and these thoughts coming from himself. So he was just actually speaking from experience and from his own perspective of like you just actually attacking these problems that are presented to you and attacking them head on and understanding where these problems are stemming from, understanding what's propelling these problems to make you feel or make you view these things and certain things or whatnot. But you attacking these things is allowing you to take control over your emotions and move with your emotions versus your emotions moving you or your emotions coercing you to do certain things out of emotion or whatnot. So you feel me? That type of thing is why I first really heard about the sitting on your problems. But when we start breaking it down to us having each other talking around, actually talking about these things, it just came to realization and it started manifesting its own destiny, you feel me? Because we programming these different things to realizing that whatever problem or whatever thing we want to actually change or narrative, it got to start with us and within us. So you feel me? We change it to empty out our cup first before we can fill it back up. One step at a time, just understanding what that means as a person, as an individual.
So y'all right now are sitting on a bench that's made out in loving memory to co-founder of Altspace, John Veal. And yeah, rest in peace to John. But one of his lines that's in the intro of the book is that sustainability is love over time. So as y'all talk about like teamwork and the work that y'all are doing, how has that looked for y'all, right? Like falling in love with the process, loving yourselves, loving each other. I just want to like talk about love real quick.
I'll kick it off. So I say the reason love is so important in the things you do is because me and all of these guys right here can do the same thing. We all can write a circle on a piece of paper. Now, I can love writing that circle, and my circle will be perfect, and it'll be great. But if he don't like drawing, his circle is just gonna be anyway, if you get what I'm saying. So when you put love into what you're doing, it always comes out better. It always fulfills your purpose. Because if you're heart and not to what you're doing, you shouldn't have to do nothing that you don't look forward to doing and you don't love. Just like waking up every day going to work. You have to do that, but you don't have to do it forever. You do it until you get yourself to a certain spot, and then you can go out and do what you love to do.
And just acknowledging to know that love for everybody is a different meaning. What you may view as love and what I may view as love could be different. But the important part about it is to being able to express these things, learn the transparency behind what does that mean for me? What does it mean for me to show you love? What does it mean for me to just be there for you? Type of things. Everybody has their own point of view of what it means to be loved or what does it mean to show love. But in reality, if we can just learn to effectively communicate and understand one another, now I can understand what your desires are. So now it's not all about hidden agenda or something, somebody trying to get something under somebody's nose. It's more so about us understanding one another and figuring out how can we go from here to move forward type of things. Love doesn't always mean me just giving you a hug. It be just me simply listening to you, supporting you, being there for you. Because we lack a lot of humanity in nowadays, and I got that from one of my fellow mentors, and it's just like we got to learn to listen to each other more and more, just to understand, to want to understand. We were basically taught to listen to respond instead of listen to actually hear a person type of thing. So just, you feel me, trying to break down these biases and these things that's already programmed within us to, you feel me, move forward as a whole type of thing. Love is what you make it, what you think of.
So I'm really interested to hear how you all got involved in this project, and how do you think your understanding of the environment and your city has changed since joining it?
It is really like with ASAP and Root the Fruit in the neighborhood. My boy from Space, Jordan, right there, Joe. He just on his bike. This is his favorite story to tell, but I'm telling it today. But my boy just riding through the bike, riding through the neighborhood, seeing what's going on. And just that part about wondering what's going on and actually going to listen to a person and understanding what their wants and needs were. That was the first thing he did. He showed us his way of showing love when he first met us, just actually riding through the neighborhood and things like that. So from that, we actually forged a real relationship. And from that, we actually, you feel me, like, that's my big brother, my mentor, you feel me, a little bit of everything, you feel me. But from that day on, he just always was there to be able to show us, be able to tell us, support us, you feel me. If we had them questions, he was always there to answer or whatnot. But you feel me, just being around the things like Off Space, the Happy Returns, the Redemptive Plastic, it exposed us to so much and gave us experience on what is and what can be. You feel me? So now I'm actually able to see these things transpire within myself. I'm actually working on these different skills that I can take into manhood, into these things, into life. So how can I capitalize from that type of thing? So you feel me? It's just me seeing these different things and acknowledging where I'm at. It's just learning to sit on my problems back again. You feel me? Learning to what am I needing to do and just propelling forward type of thing. So since day one, my boy always been in our head, and it's just been like, once you had that real foundational relationship with somebody, it's inevitable, and they gonna for sure be there for you type of thing. So I don't know, man. We just had that relationship and that connection off jump. Just been wanting to show up. You feel me? Since then.
I definitely agree on that too, because with the relationship, as far as how I even came into the project, it's crazy. So I met Jordan And the back of the library actually.
Still wouldn't be in the neighborhood, bro.
Like he be in the neighborhood.
He be out there.
But look, I met Jordan inside the neighborhood or whatnot, and he had his camera. And at the time, I was an up and coming videographer. And since I seen him, he was using his camera. I walked up to him, I approached him, and he let me use the camera. So basically, instead of just talking about it, he actually put me right into action. As soon as I met him, like never met him at all, he put me right into action. And remind y'all, I was an up and coming videographer. And after that moment, I recorded more than 400 plus music videos. I swear to God.
That boy next up.
Then I swear, like last year, me and Jordan are just now meeting back up since that moment. It's amazing. So that's how it really came about. It was our faith, God, and it's a lot of factors that definitely play into part of the journey.
I had got involved, but Tay already had told my story. It had started with Jordan riding this bike through the town hall. From there, me and my group, we had went there and actually did something in his space. And after that, he had invited like me and Tay to do like to basically work with some plastic and like basically start creating benches. From there, I ain't gonna lie, I was 50-50 with it. Then I started playing with it. Then it actually was nice because like I'm using different types of materials and putting together and creating a whole different, like a whole thing. And from there, it been like this. Me and Jordan, I ain't gonna lie. So yeah. And for me, I got involved just by showing up. See, I'm not really the type to go do stuff that I don't do already, or I don't really step outside my comfort zone or go outside my box. So when my brother came to the house and he told me that I wasn't really too interested. I ain't gonna lie. But me being me, I was like, I need to do something. And I always liked it, helping the environment anyway. So I might as well got out there. But when I did get out there, it was a different experience. I'm thinking it was gonna be something like school or work, but it was completely different. We just literally getting along with each other, getting to know each other while still helping the community, while learning all these valuable things that nobody ever taught us. And that's another reason why I always be love and gratitude of meeting Jordan. It was always open arms. Everybody who ever walked in the space, it was always open arms. I never even seen him raise his voice at nobody, if we be honest. But it's always open arms, and it's just a loving community. So that's how I got involved, just by stepping outside my comfort zone and doing something that
For real. Ain't no cap in that. And I think I just gotta tap in on a little bit of us just getting involved because like just being around Jordan, he just showed us to make space and to go learn about them innovators that started this and before, you feel me, the past before us. So when we first got involved with the redemptive plastic and trying to figure out how we gonna, you feel me, leverage off of these different things and whatnot, we started off by doing research and learning about the innovators and the things, the past change makers that actually did things around, like the Elise Marie Johnson and stuff like that, the people that actually was, you feel me, advocates for the change makers at like Outgale Gardens and things like that. So she was one of the people around that quote unquote name for the thing she was doing at Outgale Gardens, the
Like
toxic bubble or something
Toxic
like that. I think
donut?
that's it, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. And in fact, it was in the book, but you feel me, just him actually showing us that these type of things matter. And when you trying to go start new things, because it creates a why. From your why, you can be able to leverage from these things, creating a what and how of what, you feel me, just actually planning behind these things. So the innovators created space for us to be able to do these things in general, but just, you feel me, that played a big part in what was going on to today.
So, Darius, one of the things that you talked about in your chapter of the book was just the importance of second chances. And I'm wondering how y'all think about the importance of second chances now, just given the work that you do recycling plastic, given something that was called trash a second chance, and what that means for just like giving second chances to anybody.
I say that's just like, for example, me and you, I'm a hooper and you not a hooper. Let's say we go to the court and I see you not doing good in basketball. I'm gonna be like, you trash. Man, I'm gonna talk down on you.
Yeah.
But let's go. Let's say you play baseball and all that other stuff. We go to baseball now. I'll be trashing your sport. Hey, we go back to basketball, you be a little more better. Basically, let's say I'm basically saying like if you give you a second chance, like you can't judge a book by its cover based on like the first point of view. But if you actually give a person a second chance or like a time to explain themselves and actually listen, you could probably get to know them way more and understand them way more. Basically.
Really.
When it comes to plastic and giving plastic, and as far as like the stuff that's inside our atmosphere and our communities are already a second chance. So as far as like the used bottles, everything that's just out there that's trash and it shouldn't be there. As far as giving that a second chance, I always feel like it should be given a second chance just because if we don't fix that problem, it's a threat to the human civilization. Just because with the plastic getting burnt the wrong way, getting to the wrong people's hands, it can go inside our air and cause carbon emissions, and that can it does a lot. I'm telling you, it does a lot as far as to the community, to the animals, to the air quality. And on the west side of Chicago, we have some of the worst air inside of Chicago. So that's another thing to keep on track about, that our air quality is low on this part of the region. So definitely a second chance is always needed.
In my opinion, a second chance is just a second chance. Like literally, like I'm gonna take this back outside of plastic because I feel like it needed to be heard more because we got like the mindset of that I want somebody to do something to us, we gonna automatically X them out, and it shouldn't be like that. Like people have feelings of inferiority, which means that everything that they say might not be true, and everything that happens might just be an act of a feeling that just stems out the blue, and it's gonna come out. So with that being said, I'm saying that everybody surround, we all got somebody who we despise, dislike, and don't feel some type of way about. And I'm just asking, can y'all take the time back, give them a chance, and actually see what happened and stem from those problems? Because the second chance is not just me taking this plastic from the floor and turning it into this right here. It also way more inside the process than what it is. It might look easy from the outside, but from the inside, it's a longer process. So I'm just saying, take your garbage and realize that it has a true purpose.
For sure. Hats off to them words they just said. But I feel like second chances, redeeming, all these different things, just really the act of you identifying what, how, where, what is it, you feel me, what they bring to the table with these things, what this mean for a certain thing, and identifying where can they actually be placed in these areas for advantage type of thing. You feel me? Whether we talking about nature, people, things, trash, or whatever that is, acknowledging what they are, where they are, and what can they actually do to bring towards the table, and actually placing them in these environments so they can actually fulfill, grow, and do these different things. Because it's so easy for us to just use things for what it is that we fall into this mental trap of everything just being it is what it is type of thing. So now as far as like what he was talking about within our eco and how everything is just taken from one another within the breed, the way the our stuff is set up, our oceans, landfills, and all these different things, all our ecosystem taken from one another. But just when we take the time to acknowledge shoes or acknowledge trash, whatever this is, and what it can actually help us in within, is give us the time to place these into environments where they can actually be used for what they're made for type of things, or used for whatever reconstruction we want to take that as. So second chances is always just, you feel me, redeeming or bringing back to life, but also giving a person or a thing the chance to be themselves, to actually have a chance to propel on whatever that is for them, giving the person that environment, or even expanding their horizon to the environment so they can be able to see, like I've been saying consistently, the what ifs and what can't, because if you don't know, you don't know. So you got to take the chance to try to go find these things out.
Yeah, there's a Bible verse that I thought of possibly Jordan could quote, but it's whatever you work on, it works on you too. I want to ask each of y'all, was there like a specific where where you felt like it really clicked, where it was like, man, this is just the coolest thing. Like I'm so glad to be a part of this.
I guess just for real, for me, it'll just be the whole project within itself and being under the Jordans, the Justice, the Jens, and the Miles. You feel me? Just being under these type of people and these innovators. You feel me? Showing us firsthand what's out here, being able to do. So you feel me? So I feel like just the whole thing and within itself, it showed me development. It's teaching me discipline, you feel me, teaching me ways to be self-sufficient when I get out here in the real world or whatnot. So now more so I'm going, I guess, outreach and looking for these things that I needed. But now like being around these environments is teaching me to look within myself, change within myself so that I can go and actually be able to change the narrative of the things around me because it's going to start with you. So just being around these type of things or whatnot is just teaching me like the self-sufficiency, the development, learn to take control of your own narrative, to trying to discipline my emotions, just what it means to going into adulthood, figuring these things out. I felt like that was the bigger picture behind a lot of these things that I am doing. So that's why it made so much sense for me.
I say the same thing he said. I was in the space because being in the space is just something completely different. I know I already said it once, but like it's like a different experience for real. Like we all got families at home, but you also got another family where you go and work and make stuff happen at. So like it was just a great experience for me. Like we learned a lot of things. Like I'm 20, I ain't know not a lick of nothing about credit, and he taught me how to cover up holes in the walls. But nah, for real, like we got taught a lot of stuff that we needed to know as in for the world that we finna go into that nobody gave us any warnings about. That's all I had to say.
So the first time that I met y'all was at the pre-order for Lake Stool last fall. And one of the things that I was so excited about was just how many dreams y'all had, how many ideas, visions y'all had for things that you wanted to do now with this experience of being on Plastic Patrols.
Nah, for real though. We got projects coming up. We finna be making beehives. Like, if y'all know, it's like beekeeper bee station. I don't know really what it's called, but it's on Fulton. And we finna be making all the boxes for the bees and stuff so it can be more sustainable. It lasts a longer time. Also, there's a lot of stuff that we got going on. I ain't gonna let everything go to y'all, but we finna be making bookshelves, tables, chairs, ladders, windows. We got a real creative process going on, and we need y'all to just support us while we go along for this ride. We finna make a bike.
Yeah, it's just a matter of seeing, believing, then obtaining it type of thing. Like, man, my imagination flows outside of this world, Joe. So it's be like just being in this vicinity when we talking about these different things, it allows you to just continue to just your imagination to just keep roaming. So we got so many as far as like projects that we actually working on as far as just you feel me propelling forward that it's hard when we thinking like off the top where we want to go with it. You feel me? Like last time when we was at the garden and we was at the garden doing a little few things, trying to figure out how to propel off that and then use that for our advantage and things of that nature. But even going back to the last book talk when we had at the pre-sale, we was talking about trying to us as a whole start a studio together, like a team studio. Like we ain't did what we supposed to did yet, but it's still in the thought process a little bit. You feel me? Just figuring out how can we play off of that or whatnot. You feel me? So just using our imagination and running with it because you feel me. If you cap yourself off, then you just capping yourself off, and I don't never want to stop. Expand upon it. You want to do your thing? Yeah, this the guru right here. But we know we trying to basically have a one-stop shop, Joe. All the content you need to be able to make, being able to come in the studio and being able to make whether that's music, photography, be able to do your beat, making art or whatnot, whatever. All arts content studio being able to come in and just be able to be yourself and utilize these spaces to, you feel me, expand your craft, whatever that means for you. Type.
So definitely expanding more on that studio idea. It's more than just the idea because we definitely did a lot of action steps. Right now with that project is, yeah, just how he said, videography, photography, a little bit of everything, craftsmanship inside the facility, everything. Like it's going to be a little bit of packed of everything, every type of art. Probably have music in there as far as instruments. So it's getting deep right now and we can't say too much, but we can get y'all the tea as far as like a snippet.
No cap on that. And even to that extent, Joe, just like like if you didn't take away nothing from that, take away the creativity is procreates that illusion of like, you feel me, that imagination just roaming and just going out there. You feel me? Us being able to just do these different things, build our own shelves, build our own tables, as far as the robotics that we use and to extrude and melt these different plastics and whatnot. So you feel me? Just it causes a sense of illusion, like how far can this go?
Yeah.
How far can I go? Type of thing. So through art, we're trying to redefine what we see as the neighborhood as far as the narrative, what we use in the neighborhood, the eco, all these type of different things. So you feel me? We just one step at a time want to put our hands on something type of thing. Create, don't conform. I'll just say that part.
So I woke up this morning and I was thinking like, yo, the lake stool would be like the perfect thing to like send out to space to like communicate with aliens as like this is us. I'm saying, does anyone feel that?
Bro, yeah.
No, it's like
That was
I don't
nice.
know why. It was a random thought. It's the perfect symbol for like a second chance for our Earth. And I wanted to ask y'all, like, what is the note that you would attach to the alien spaceship lake stool?
Oh what?
I'm ready to go.
Say, me and my tribe.
I don't think the aliens got better stuff than we do. Just think about it. Like when they come here, nobody know they here. But when I walk in, everybody see me. That's enough right there to tell you that they got. I love to spend a day with an alien. I don't know if I'm gonna come back, but that's something I did. Everybody can't say they spent a day with an alien. I did.
They gonna be speaking a different language, boy. They gonna attach you to it, Jerry.
No, you know what? Yeah.
Man, I don't even know what I say for the note, bro. I just feel like tell them don't judge us by the cover, Joe. You feel me? Come find out about us, bro. Like you feel me? Because it's easy to perceive stuff in a different way depending on who you are and how you seeing things. So you feel me? Don't just perceive us in the wrong way, type of thing. Come learn about us, Joe. Come. You got a point. They probably can't read, but I'm telling we just gonna write an open circle on there so they can know to stay open minded. Stay open minded. No closed minded people coming.
So we're gonna open it up for questions soon, but I just really wanted to ask y'all like a final concluding question just around what you're learning right now and what you think you need to learn in order to take that next step forward.
I say I'm learning to control my emotions, and I'm learning that whatever we want to do, we can do it regardless of what it is. Like literally, like whatever we wanted to do is us holding us back because we got that thought in our head. If I wanted to say that I wanted to be the richest person in the world, but I can't because I ain't got no money. That's my thought. I can be the richest person in the world. I just got to go get that money. It ain't that I got no money and I ain't got it. It just I got to find it. I'm just learning to take control of my own life and be the person I was here to be. That's all I got to say.
For me, I'm learning just to stay on the right path for myself and just stay positive. And basically, I'm just trying to learn the financial part, like basically like saving money. I got a real bad problem with like saving money. I'm just trying to save money, get to a better position I am in from right now, and then just be happy in life and don't got to worry about nothing. So that's what I'm trying to learn, basically.
I feel like that's a little bit for all of us, just figuring out what this means for us and where we're going with it. But even more to the extent, I'm just trying to learn how to discipline myself, discipline them emotions, figuring out how to stay consistent and persistent within the things that I'm doing. Learn how to stay a course to the plan. It dries out a little bit. You get bored within these things, but you got to actually have this within yourself, like you knowing where you're going so that you can be able to navigate that steering wheel or whatnot. Well, as far as like without having that destination, it seems like we just flowing or just riding through or whatnot. But having that destination, it allows you to align my intentions and them daily activities with these different things. So now I'm being more intentional with my time and understanding what that means for me as far as that type of thing. I'm just learning to show gratitude, show love, be happy and appreciate the things that I got and where I'm at type of thing. Learn to stay positive within these things because just like they were saying, them negative thoughts and these things that we have within our mind, of course, our environment and surround us play a part in it. But in reality, you control that dynamic. You control them thoughts. So you treat your mind just like a garden. The things that you putting in it and feeding into your garden is what's going to grow within it. You feel me? Being intentional and understanding what are you putting your energy to and acknowledging those things. One step at a time, break at a time, we building this foundation. You feel me? Just learning what does that mean to be an adult in this world. What does that mean? Don't anybody really giving us no blueprint. We got to figure this out as a whole. Building a village, being able to build that that real genuine support system around us. She can get what she need, you can get what you need, he can get what he need, but we all fulfilled at the end of the day as a family type of thing. So we village building initiative all in all. So learn how to do that.
That's a great.
What are you learning right now?
That's why
Oh,
I was
so, like,
what
what are you learning right now? And then like what do you need to learn to take the next step?
Okay, yeah, it was definitely two-part question. So what I'm learning right now currently is really discipline to a different level. I'm trying to like the discipline I'm learning and I'm aiming for is like that military discipline. Like if y'all look inside the book, I had a lot of hair, but now it's like you feel me. I'm here now. Uh, yeah, I'm on the military type of time, and so as far as like even like the times on my phone, like it's getting that to the point where I'm gonna change it to military time, and just so I could just keep jumping out my comfort zone, keep trying different things, and just doing that, I just know that it'll build me to be a stronger man. You feel me? So that's just what I've been on lately. So yeah, expanding on detachment. So yeah, so as far as detachment, man, it's deep. So with detachment, it comes in many shapes, ways, forms, whatever you want to call it. But the way that I look at detachment is you separating yourself from the crowd just to make your situation better, just because you can't be around a crowd or in a crowd and you're the weakest link. It's gonna be like you're on a boat and everybody have the ability to be a captain. You don't have that ability, so you potentially could sink the ship.
No cap, Joe, because even just a part of detachment itself, like just acknowledging where you are and like having that emotional intelligence of what do I want to do? What do I see from the things that I'm doing? And like, am I hurting or helping the cause type of thing? You feel me? So me acknowledging these things and removing emotion from like removing my biases, my emotions from it so that I can see it from a reality standpoint and understanding that I need to go detach from this so that I can grow type of thing. So just removing them emotions, them biases, them things from these things so I can see it from a reality standpoint and realizing this is what really needs to happen. And it comes from you feel me to you just having that emotional intelligence of knowing when and to make them moves type of thing, knowing when you feeling some type of way and where is this stemming from, where is it coming from and all these different things. I appreciate that because I need to go write that down, little bro. I like that little deal.
Because another thing, like that detachment kit, like it's insane. It works insane. Like another reason I cut my hair is like my hair was a lady magnet. It stopped me from getting and having them interactions with as many ladies as I was. So
Just appreciate you all so much and your candor and just being real. Like,
Yeah, for real.
but the questions, do you all have any quiet questions for these fantastic four?
What drive y'all to get up in the morning? What make you like, let me get out this bed? Like what do that the most?
I ain't gonna lie, for me, I got that hustle mindset. I've been without money like a little minute, and then it's like, man, when I finally get a chance to touch some more money, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna run with it. You been without it, like once you be without something so long, you gon' something go drive you to want to get it, and when you get a chance to get it, you better take it and run for it. That's what I think. The hustle. I got to hustle basically, and I got like responsibilities to take care of too. I'm a grown man. Yeah, I got responsibilities to take care of.
you're gonna get one shot to capture the moment. You miss your one shot, you miss your opportunity. Don't miss your opportunity.
Facts.
And just being able to see each day as a learning moment, being able to know that I can grow today, I can learn something today, look at these as opportunities here. Everything they ain't always got to be a problem or just a downfall or whatnot. Look at it as a growing moment, an opportunity for me to excel or whatever that means. But you feel me, even going back to how bro been having us, you feel me, around him and under like outspace and these different things, it's teaching us instead of being so problem oriented, we thinking more solution based. And you feel me? So now instead of just coming to the table and I'm telling you I got a problem, X, Y, and Z or whatnot, before I'm even coming to you, I got a solution. Now I got to start thinking about a solution or ways that we can excel this before I even start thinking about dwelling on the problem type of things. Just creating that why, creating a purpose throughout the daily basis that it allows you to align that back with your intentions, your goals, and these different things and whatnot. It's just wanting more and wanting to see more for not only myself, but the people around me, the people in my community or whatnot. That's what drives me. Like, shit, I gotta go do something, bro. Gotta go make something happen.
I used to wake up and think like I'm broke. I used to wake up and think like the rent due, this bill due, that bill due, and I'm telling like that just need to stop in general. When you wake up, just think all positive thoughts. When you wake up, just wake up. You feel me? Wake up. Today gonna be a great day. If you got rent due, I don't finna pay my rent. That's good. That you should look at everything as a as a positive. What I'm saying is, when you wake up in the morning, don't get to what don't happen yesterday or what happened in the past, because it's in the past and you can't change it. So when you wake up, just worry about your next steps and how you gonna get up to what you're gonna do next. Because that's what I do when I wake up, and that's exactly what drives me. So when I wake up, I'm like, oh, I gotta edit this video, get that done so I can get this money, so I can get these shoes, so I can go do this. You feel me? So everything is all connected. So when you wake up with positive thoughts, then the rest of the day is on you.
But that you manifesting that destiny, Joe. Like even within half of the things we thinking and moving, like our mind is 75, 85% of the things we doing or whatnot. If you allowing yourself to think negatively of your situation or thinking why I don't have money or why I'm lacking sufficiency or whatever you want to call it, whatever the problem may be, the mentality of the mindset, how we think about it, how we go about these things play a big part in it. You feel me? Just not so much of why am I broke, but how do I not go broke? Or not why did I miss the shot, but how do I not miss the shot type of thing. You feel me? So that mentality shift, that mindset of just realizing that you control that narrative and the things that goes on in your mind, you control that also. So that gardening, be an everyday gardening and realize the energy, the things that you're actually gardening into your mind because it gotta comes out one way or another. So you feel me? Just understanding that a little bit.
What's more important to y'all, the present or the future?
Present. Everything you do right now, and even after once you leave this space, it's gonna determine your future from here on out. So whatever you're doing now, just keep living in the present and keep making your present the best it could be.
I say the present too, because you gotta always live in the present moment. Because if you living in the past, then you start to worry too much about the future, if you get what I'm saying. So when I'm living in the past, I start using that to defy my future interactions. This girl just broke up with me because she don't like the way I act. I'm finna change my act when I meet this other girl. You feel me? Like you can't be worried about the past. In the future, you can't be too worried about the future because it ain't even come yet. You feel me? Everything you like he said, everything you do today is gonna define the future. And then just living in the now is how you connect with yourself anyway. Everybody got to connect with themselves. Living in the now, being in the present moment is the best thing you can ever do for yourself. Like I always be in my head, not listening when people talking. But once I stopped doing that, then a lot of things got better for me. Like I always used to just be in my head, and that's not living in the moment because you thinking, you not listening to what's going on around you, you're not paying attention. That's not living in the moment. If I'm here today, I'm finna do exactly what I came here to do. You're not worried about nothing else. Living in the moment is to answer your question, the present moment.
We first met Jordan, he was basically telling us about like finding the balance of your surroundings, having that 33, 33, 33, having that 33 of your peers, the people that you're with all the way on the time, but having that 33% of the younger generation or whatnot that you point into, and then also having that 33 of an older generation or whatnot, whatever that means for you that you can learn from type of thing. So just having that balance, that being able to have that balance to acknowledge what this means for me and what does this mean for us as a whole, because regardless of what, without the past, we can't be where we at today. And without us doing what we're doing today, doesn't create a real dynamic for a future. So just finding that balance within all of it to acknowledge what does that mean and what is it the innovators present day that means so much and you creating that narrative, but know the past and future plays a part in where you are. So,
How do y'all think that this experience either shifted your relationship with your community specifically or your relationship with the idea of community in general?
I say that it shifted my mindset on community a little bit because I used to think of community as just we all live on the same block, we all live in the same area. But now I look at community as in a togetherness. as in we all connected. We all do this together. It's everybody, everything. So what I'm trying to say is it don't take just one person. Justice, Jordan, they can do as much as they can to help the community, but if the community not helping, the community won't get help. Like
Just learn to stand up for yourself and holding each other accountable behind that. I feel like that plays a big part within it, Joe. It's just I feel like it strengthens my relationship with the community because yeah, I know some of y'all out here, but I don't know all of you guys. It shows some type of gratitude and love. Like, damn, they actually just sat here and learned more about what we had going on. So it's forging a foundational relationship that can grow from within it. You feel me? So even within everybody that just met here or do know each other, it creates a dynamic that we can grow from within our relationships and figure out how we can collaborate. It don't have to be so much individual cyclones and all these different things, but just figuring out how we can counter off of these things together or whatnot. You feel me? Because I'm learning from you, and y'all asking these different questions, but we throwing perspective of all this whatnot. But unity is how we go to that next level within one another or what as a community or whatnot. So much gratitude to y'all, taking my hats off to y'all that y'all making a different dynamic, making it feeling different when y'all just showing up to support and hearing the next person, going back to that humanity, just actually listening to understand the person versus listening to respond. So I definitely appreciate y'all, and that just strengthened my relationship and my point of view on the project and the group within itself, and us as a community, how we go forward.
Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm asking y'all a lot of questions.
You go ahead.
I just want to know, like, what does wealth mean to y'all, excluding material things?
Well,
What I feel like wealth look like to, I'm gonna speak for me. What I feel like wealth look like to me without materialistic things.
He trying to rap for y'all, Joe.
All right, but yeah, so it's really your mindset has to be golden, because if you have a golden mindset, I feel like you're wealthy enough to be able to make.
That mindset and that mentality plays a part on us being self-sufficient in the things we're going after within our daily lives or whatnot. That mentality of the things we're chasing and the things we're actually thinking about within our mind creates the wealth. And even outside of that, money isn't always the wealthy part of the financial part of it, but wealth can be just you physically being here, you physically feeling good, you mentally feeling great, spiritually, whatever that is, but you just tapping into it to actually grow from within that, you feel me? So wealth for me, you feel me? Like, I guess the same answer I tell people when they ask me, do I want kids? When I'm physically, mentally, financially, spiritually, all that wealthy and in a good place, that's when I want kids. But you feel me? Just being able to know that you're healthy, you're happy, you're loving, you're showing love, you having these gratitude. That's wealth for real. Because and all in all, once we all get up on one accord and start collaborating and showing how we can counter offer one another, we gonna make the money within itself. The money here, we just go out there to spend it.
So I've been coming over here to the library now for about 2 weeks with this special job that we're doing. And I've been noticing you all go into your room, and I had no idea what it is that you all were doing. And I did ask one day, and the young man was trying to explain it to me, but he didn't do it fully. He had to get back into the meeting. But what I want to say is this, that I am so proud to see you young people who are committed to such a worthy cause, who have placed your time, and that you are devoted to trying to do something in this earth realm to have a major impact. And it just warms my heart that you are focused, that you have the strength, the courage, and the energy to plow forward and to alert the community on the value of the work that you all are doing. And so I just take my hat off to you all and, and just say congratulations to you all as young people, because so much you get a bad rap that you're not doing anything, that you're being destructive, and you are doing a counterintuitive response to that bad language that is out there. So I just say, forge ahead, keep your shoulder to the grindstone. Listen, your destiny has already been determined. You were chosen before the foundation of the world. And so you have an assignment, you have a calling on your life, and you all are fulfilling that.
Thank y'all. I think it's really important that we acknowledge where we are. Currently, we are in the Austin Branch Library in Austin. So we want to definitely thank them for opening up this space for us, but at the same time, recognizing that this resource has been here for so long and it's underutilized in so many ways. But today we're continuing to activate that. Celebrating this moment with the 95th anniversary is a manifestation of that. How can we continue that? We talked about the present. Today, this is a moment in history that we'll be able to reflect back on, but think about what it will be in the next 5 years, right? What kind of activations will be taking place then? How are we going to be connected with the Harambe Community Garden? How are we going to be connecting with Austin Town Hall? How are we connecting with each other? And how are we connecting with these amazing musicians upstairs? But at the end of the day, what I want to say is about celebration.